For those who don't know what happened with Vale and her tia, this was an incident that happened like 2 weeks ago. But I want to explain what happened in this situation and how her tia seemed just like an awful person. So in the beginning, Vale, she just talked about how in Mexico, she didn't even mention any names. She was talking about how they wanted to cut her baby out of her when she was pregnant.
I didn't tell you about my Mexico trip when I was pregnant.
What? Nah.
Let's just say almost.
What?
Yeah, they tried to my baby out of yeah.
Why? What the fuck?
I know. I'll tell you about it. I can't believe I didn't tell you.
Because she ended up in Mexico not having like a place to go, not having no one that would take her in while she was pregnant. And her aunt ended up taking her in. This aunt has been in jail for like 20 years. This aunt has been on drugs. We can just see how she looks, that she's not all that good. She says she's sober now, like that she don't drink, that she don't do like nothing, that she's good for her family, but I don't know. She has that look of someone that does drugs yet still.
Hey guys, so it's late, it's 12:58, but I wanted to come on here and, present myself. I'm Veronica Escobedo, Valerie Arnold's aunt. I'm the psycho B she was talking about. I just wanted to let y'all know that tomorrow I'm gonna start posting videos and exposing her little by little. Address some things because someone sent me a video where Valerie is actually like going all out, like, well, in her mind, right, in her corrupted mind, because she's Delulu, again, I was expecting for her to fabricate a lot of lies about me, which is good. I'm not fazed by it, like I said. Her mom, probably she had like a love from her mom, because her mom really like just pretty much like always wanted like to go out and do her thing and like not care about her, or like my sister helped raise her. I didn't help raise her, guys, but when I got out of prison, I got locked up in 1998 and I got out in 2013. So yeah, her not 21 years, guys, she was 6 years old, 6, 7 when I got out. I never helped raise her, but I was always part of the system of trying to help adjust her, like between her and my sister, because her mom would randomly just talk about, like, call my sister and be like, hey, can I go over there, like, can we talk, like, I can't deal with her anymore, like, I don't want her, like, I'll like, she even went up to the extreme as like willing to give up custody of her and like hand her over to my sister, guys. And my sister and I, like, were sitting there with her mom and her stepdad, with the guy her mom was with at the time, and was like that she just couldn't deal with her anymore. I was already living in Mexico. When I got released from prison, I only lasted in the U.S. A month because my husband got deported. So I followed him to Mexico. So I've been over here for 13 years, 13 and a half years, 14, something like that. And yeah, but I come and go, like I travel. During my pregnancies, guys, I had my pregnancies here in Mexico, so I don't know what the hell she's talking about with baby daddy. Like, I could do a drug test, like, I mean, drug test, my bag. I'm like, okay, guys, like, I'm like half asleep. I have done drugs. I have, I've experimented. Who hasn't? Like, I'm not ashamed. Like I said, I'm an open book. But anyways, I take DNA, like, that's not a problem. But, I mean, I don't have to because my children are my husband, so whatever. Another thing, I was in my own little world, in my own little cocoon, minding my business, until she started, talking about me indirectly, guys. And I had to come on here and put a stop to it. Well, maybe not a stop, but just like to clarify my name, because the allegations that she said that I had planned on doing, that, man, come on, like, that's out of line. Like, who wouldn't? Like, who would just sit back and let someone say something like that about them? Like, it's out of line. You know what I'm saying? But since she want to, like, talk about these things, she say she has receipts. She's talking about that she's going to do a lie detector test. Like, they can pay somebody, you know what I'm saying, to rig it, or a rigged lie lie detector test to make it look like she passed it. You know, it's gonna cost a lot of money though, but I mean, hey. And whoever wants to believe me, fine. And whoever doesn't, that's fine too. Like, I don't care. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it, and to clear my name. And once I'm done with all this, I will be, I will get to a point where I won't even post videos anymore. And I'm just gonna crawl back into my cocoon and mind my own business and go about my business till I expire. You know, because I'm happy like that, you know? And I mean, I'm just not worried about any of that crap, guys. But before I do any of that, like, I'm gonna put all her business out there, because I don't appreciate how she's lied and lies on my family and like makes y'all believe that she didn't have the moral, mental, emotional support from my sister, from me, from my brother. Her mom was a big, she had it rough with her mom. Like, I can't deny that. And then in one video, she was like that she was really close to her mom, guys. Like, I'm really close. I have a really good relationship with my mom. It's like, are you serious, girl? You're freaking lying. Like, you used to call me all the time. Like, come pick me up. My mom's throwing all my clothes out the window. My mom's throwing all my clothes out my window. And you could hear her screaming at her mom, like, stop, stop. And you can hear her mom, I told you to pick up your clothes. It's been there and you're just nasty. Like, pick it up, hang it up, put it in its place. I already told you, I'm going to throw it. Like, it's just a lot of stuff, guys. But anyways, yeah, Valerie, like, stop already.
Vale's tia, she just ended up like talking all about Vale's situation. And what got me is like, okay, she didn't even got your name. She didn't even say your name. Vale did not even say your name at all. She just mentioned what happened, like something that happened to her in Mexico. And this girl took it all to heart. And she was like, this is, you see this and you see this. And now I need to tell my story because this happened and that happened. I'm like, clearly Vale's tia wanted to get some clout from this, because there was no reason why she needed to tell everything, all this story about Vale, when Vale didn't even mention her. Very tough situation that happened over there in Mexico with Vale and her family members. Very tough, very just, I would say, abusive. That's what I would say, abusive.
Cousin, when I found out that she, you know, my cousin from San Antonio had her people here in Mexico pick her up and help take her over there with her, I called my cousin and I was like, what are you doing? You know, like, don't do that. Like, don't get involved. And I was pretty upset about it. And it wasn't because my cousin was helping her out. Like, it was because I was worried about what she was gonna go over there and do. You know what I mean? And it was gonna be embarrassing. Like, and it shouldn't be to us, but, you know, still, it's like, dang, you know, like, in our little circle, in our close-knit family, like, we know her, but the, you know, our outside family, they have no clue about her or how she is. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, my cousin was like, I feel bad for her, prima. Like, we're like, what happened? You know, and I'm trying to explain to her, but, you know, obviously, I'm upset. My emotions are running all over the place. So my cousin was like, we'll keep in touch, prima. So this is what I said before we hung up. I was like, you know what? I love you. And that's cool. I respect the fact that you're going to help her. That's fine. I am going to tell you one thing, though, that when something happens, don't call me. Don't call me, because I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know nothing. Guys, it wasn't even 5-6 days. Literally, when she was here at my house, that's how much she lasted over there with my cousin. She video called me, upset, crying, and ready to spaz out, like ready to like do something, but she couldn't, obviously, because Valerie's pregnant. What happened? This is what I was telling y'all that. Okay, so mind you, I have to watch and be careful how I word things, you know, for the obvious reasons. So just pay close attention. So my cousin, her father is my first cousin. That's his daughter. But because my cousin is much older than me, he's like he's like 50, 51. His daughter obviously calls me cuz, she doesn't call me tia, which makes sense. So my cousin, her dad lives with him. So my cousin told me that, my bad, guys. So my cousin, you know, when she called me, I was like, what happened? Like, what did she do? So she was like, I can't, Prima, I can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I was like, what happened? So, you know, my cousin lives with her daughter, which is my, you know, my cousin, the one I'm talking about right now. Well, she said she has a daughter, right? She was 12 at the time, 11, 12 at the time. And Valerie was in the room with my cousin, my first cousin, her father's first cousin, guys. And pay close attention. So you know what they called her, right? And how she got known on TikTok, and what she did with Santos, and what she's doing with the other guys in the backseat. That's what she was doing with my cousin, her father's cousin, first cousin, blood cousin. Like, she has his blood too. Isn't that disgusting, guys? Like, she was doing this. And, you know, I was talking to my cousin yesterday because, you know, obviously I was like, hey, that's the next thing I'm gonna talk about, because obviously I'm talking about her life backwards up until the point, like, I just cut her off completely to where there's no turning back, up and like I'm just going backwards, you know, with her life story.
And Vale's tia, she was blaming for the whole interactions that she was doing over there, trying to survive, trying to do just, she was trapped in that house. She was forced. And whenever she was even more little, so some things happened, and the aunt, she's just saying that it's all Vale's fault. And it made it seem like, I'm gonna serve all the tea. This is spicy. I'm gonna serve all the fucking tea, and you guys are gonna side with me and all that stuff. And I'm like, nobody sided with her because, you know, it was abused, and you're not believing the people in your family, because that's very, very common with Mexican families, Latino families. It's very, very common that people just believe or get sided with the abusers.
So I was like, I'm not saying no names, but I just need you to know that I am gonna put it out there. And she was like, that's fine. And she was like, make sure that you add that when she was here, you know, all she wanted to do was party. And you know, my dad, you know, like I guess my cousin found out and knows that, you know, Valerie likes to eat like a lot of takeout food. And, you know, my cousin would buy them takeout food. And, you know, there was this one video where Valerie had posted after she did what she did with Santos, talking about, well, yeah, you know, I did it. Why? Well, because, I mean, he was being good to us. He was taking care of me and my homegirl. So my cousin was like, well, I guess my dad, which is my cousin, her father, Valerie's father's cousin, first cousin, because he bought her Whataburger, she did with him what she did with Santos in the back seat. So guys, like, when she told me this, I was like, OMG, like, what the F, like, you know, I was like, right now, just thinking about it just takes me back to that moment, like, OMG, like, she didn't, but she did, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, guys, that's just the beginning of stuff, guys. Like, literally, like, I don't even know how y'all gonna take the rest of the stuff, because it's just gonna get juicier and juicier. Like, it's just, yeah, guys, but that's what happened. So my cousin, you know, called my other cousins that don't know Valerie, which are my cousin's aunts, you know, and my first cousins, you know, her dad's sister and nieces, and they all went over there to the house. She video called me. Valerie's sitting on the bed. My cousin had just, guys, this little girl ran up, like, she went to go talk to her grandpa, and she seen what she seen. She turned around and ran out and told my cousin.
And like the whole thing with my aunt, like, it's just disgusting. Like, it's so disgusting. Like, okay, I was a problem child. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I would lie. But whenever I was little, like, I grew up quick, got sick. I lived by myself at 15 to 17. I had nobody telling me right from wrong, have guidance. I didn't have, like, I would feel some type of way, or I would go through something with, like, how could I sit here and go to my mom and tell my mom how I'm feeling when, like, she has cancer? Like, how big can my problems be where I need to go and put more problems on my mom when she's going through the thing that she's going through with my sister? I just, like, would hold in my problems, and, like, I didn't even really talk to my mom. Like, I was close with my dad. Like, I had nobody. From being in a house full of my family and, like, noise to nobody being in that house, I just would hold in my feelings. Like, I didn't talk about my feelings. I would cry by myself. Like, It's not good. You're not supposed to hold in your feelings. You went on TikTok to exploit me. You went for all negative intentions. And now that you're getting the hate that you're getting, the backlash that you're getting, you want to try to flip your story. Dad is to blame. Her dad is the reason why she's like this. Her mom is the reason why she's like this. Why aren't y'all mad at her mom? You're trying to backtrack and, you know, get your story back on track. I brought her up first, but I didn't say her name. I told my story. And that's exactly what happened to me. It's crazy because, like, the things that she's saying, I'm not going to say they're not true. No, they're not all true. But most of what she's saying is lies. Like, she's lying. Like, whenever I was a kid, I was troubled from 14 and under. 15, like she said in her most recent video, if you watch the end, I had a job, I had a car, I had college classes. Like, you're talking about shit whenever I was little. Like, little. I grew up quick. Like, my mom, I grew up quick, and I grew up, like, independent, and I was doing everything on my own. I was 15, and, like...
Yeah, Vale, she came out to tell her side of the story, kind of defend herself a little bit. She, like, the only person that made this whole situation huge and big, it was the tia. Everybody thinks that she's you know, like a backseat girl and all that stuff that does it for free and all that stuff. And now with this situations that happened, with the tia was talking about, everybody thinks that Vale is even more of a, you know, HO3. Breathe. This girl, I just know. That Vale's tia, like, she's just... I feel like Vale's tia just took this moment to just try to bash Vale because she's envious and try to put everything out there because she's envious.
And then she said that, okay, I don't even want to address this situation because it's so bothering and so disturbing. And I'm about to be like, you just put it on the internet for what? Because I told my story about exactly what happened to me, but I left your name out of it. So that's why you came and, like, did this to me. Like, this is what you're doing to me. I don't even want to talk about it. It's okay. Like, why am I being forced to talk about this? Like, why? So, whenever I escaped Mexico. I didn't think I was gonna make it out of Mexico alive. Like, I have to say it because I just feel like I have to.
She came to the extreme as one day lying. You know, I'm talking about Ashley. I'm talking about you. She came to the extreme. Look, she got to a point, guys, where she went so far as to lying to my brother and saying that she was grape, you know, the grapes, by, someone, and that's how, she lost her virginity. That's a lie, girl, because my sister said, what was your ass doing wearing lingerie at such a young age? See, because your daughter used to do that too when she used to post in videos on Facebook of her. She was like 13 or 14, girl, posting sexy videos in lingerie. She was doing what you doing. I never did no crazy shit like that. Neither had my sister. So where'd she get it from, guys? My brother's to blame, obviously, for his absence. Like, you know, obviously, you know, he's incarcerated and stuff, and his absence has a lot to do with, you know, like, her not getting the proper guidance. You know, because unfortunately, you know, her having her mother out here who could really do and help her, you know, progress and, you know, point her and try to guide her and pull her in the right direction.
My aunt had already put that narrative in their head that I was, like, on some weird shit because of the shit she was saying about her husband and, like, how I made her husband uncomfortable with the things that I was wearing and stuff. Mind you guys, I was 5 months pregnant, and all I had were clothes from whenever I was, like, in fucking summer, like, crop tops. Like, that's all I had. Like, I didn't have anything. Like, I'd never had anything. And, yeah, so supposedly her fucking husband was uncomfortable, which he never told me he was uncomfortable. My boobs were so big from being pregnant, like, I couldn't help my boobs being out. Like, okay, anyways. She already put into my cousin's minds that I was being weird, and I wasn't. What's it called? Just to fast forward, their AC stopped working, so his AC was the only AC that was working inside the house. And he was respectful enough to let me have the bed, and he got the couch that was facing this way, and he turned it like this, because we were watching a movie. We were all watching a movie. The mom and the daughter, they left, and he was just talking to me. Like, we were talking about prison, like, he was in prison, and I was telling him how, like, the things I was going through with my dad, and how I felt about my dad, and he was helping me better understand my dad, and, like, why my dad is trying so hard, and why I'm resenting him, because he was also resented by his kids and his family when he went to prison, because he wasn't there. So we were literally talking about that, and then I had to use the restroom. In order for me to get to the restroom, I had to jump over the couch, guys. So I jump over the fucking couch, and then whenever I come out the restroom, I already hear them pull back up. I hear them pull back up. So I leave the restroom and I jump back over the couch. And when I'm jumping over the couch, that 11-year-old little girl walks in, which she's way growner than her age. She acts way growner than her age. She walks in and then she just walks out. And I'm like, okay. Like I didn't comprehend what was going on. And then I messaged her and I was like, wait, why are y'all leaving again? Because they were leaving again. Like they turned the car on and they were about to leave again. So I called her and I was like, why are y'all leaving? And they're like, oh, they have to go like get something or something. I don't know. And I was like, what are you talking about? And it's the 11-year-old little girl. And it's so crazy to me because they didn't see anything. That little girl didn't see anything. What she went and told them was that I got up quick. But I was jumping over the fucking couch leaving the restroom. But she went and told them that it looked like I was doing something and I was jumping up quick. And I was like, no, that's not what happened. Like, I swear to God, like, I would never do something like that. Like, I'm swearing you. And then he's saying it. He's like, no, like, I didn't do that. Like, listen, they're not listening. They're not listening to me. They're like, get the fuck out. Like, they're just like, get the fuck out. Go, just leave. And I was like, you can't just kick me out like this. Like, you're not listening to me. You're basing your facts off of an 11-year-old girl. And I asked her, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, what are you talking about? And she wouldn't look at me. And then, what's it called? I start crying and I'm like stressed out. I'm like, I can't just like leave. Like, I'm in San Antonio. Like, I don't have anything. I don't have money. Like, I don't have nobody's help. Like, I don't have anything. And thank fucking God, like his other daughter and his like niece or something. I know it makes zero sense. It's because it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, his other daughter and that little girl, they believe me. Like she was like, I know my dad and I know when my dad's lying. And I can tell like you look like you have no idea what the fuck is going on. And she took them, like she took me with her. Like I left with her and like thank God they fucking believed me. And what's it called? She would tell me like she doesn't even fuck with her family like that because like because of the way that they are. And I didn't even know them. Like I didn't know them. And so yeah, and then like she's the only one who believed me. Like she said she knows her dad. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to defend my name or like try to lie and say I didn't do that, but I actually didn't do that. And I like what's it called? Like she helped me get back home. Like they're the ones that helped me get back home. And like even the dad, like he texted me, he was like, I'm so sorry like this happened to you. Like I know like they're not gonna believe us. So y'all, they're trying to say like I put distance in their family. Y'all did that. Y'all didn't listen. Like when I'm telling you I didn't do something, I didn't fucking do it. Like it was just so fucking weird. Like it was so weird. Anyways, my aunt was on the phone. Like when they walked in the room, my aunt was on the phone and she was sitting in the chair and she was like so happy like this happened. Like it looked like she was so happy like this happened to me because I left Mexico and like I told what happened to me in Mexico to our cousins. So my cousins weren't fucking with her. So when this happened, she was so excited that this happened to me. And she was sitting in the chair like this and she was like all smiling. I was like it's not like she felt like she won, you know? I came on the internet to exploit me and make my life harder. I'm already getting hate. Like, why would you want to sit here and do God's work? Like, if I was this bad person and I was all these things, why wouldn't you let God do his work? Why would you come and make it worse? That just shows what kind of person you are. And you're my aunt. Like, you know, like what this is going to do to me. You know, I just had a baby. Like, you know these things and you're still sitting here, like, trying to exploit me. Like, you are 40-something years old. You should, like, I don't even know why you think you could do this. She said you lit her bed on fire. I did, but I was like 6. Like, I was 7. Like, I was a troubled child when I was younger. And that's because I had problems because of the way I felt like I wasn't loved. I wanted attention. Like, all the way I was, I have excuses. I was a child. Like, a child wants their parents' attention. Like, if you're not getting that, like, that's something that you crave. Like, you just, I can't explain it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I was little. Sue for defamation? I can't. She lives in Mexico. I can't do anything. It got so crazy where she was screaming at me and she was saying all these crazy things and what she was going to have done to me and what's going to happen to me if I try to leave. And I was just freaking out. When she leaves the room, her husband comes in there and he gets me and he's like, come on. And like, he takes me to this stranger's house, like someone that lives down the road, and he hides me there because that's how worried he was. This woman, like, I'm in this house with random people. I don't speak Spanish. I don't know anything. I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't know anything. I'm pregnant. I'm worried. I'm scared. I'm not even gonna make it out alive. Like, nothing. And I go to this random person's house and I'm explaining to them, like, I need to go home. Like, I need to go home. Like, she's trying to hurt me. She's trying to hurt me. They don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. Her husband goes back to get my stuff and my things and he brings it to me. She's in her car looking for me. Like, you can hear her driving fast as fuck all through the neighborhood trying to find me, looking for me. And then I call my cousin and I'm telling my cousin, like, please help me get out of here. Like, I don't know how to get out of here. Anyways, random people ended up driving me to the border. I was so scared. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. And then so they drive me to the border. Thank God we made it. I was scared as fuck. But I had to walk the border because they couldn't cross the border because they didn't have their what are they called, papers? They didn't have their papers, so I had to walk the border in 110-degree weather. And I felt like I was going to, like, literally, you know what? My face was so red and I couldn't breathe and the air was so hot and I just fucking walked the border. And then my cousin picked me up on the other side of the border. And when all that happened, I didn't even tell, I don't know how to speak Spanish. When that happened, I didn't even tell my mom. Like, whenever I got home, like, whenever I was on the bus and I hit Dallas, like, I felt like, I don't know, I felt so happy. Like, I never felt that feeling in my life. Like, when I got home, I did not leave my house. I stayed home every day because I wanted to be home so bad. I was so happy to be home. Like, I wanted to be home so bad. And I had PTSD, and like, I had so many issues. Like, my mom was so angry, and my mom does not defend me. Like, my mom's never been the type to just sit there and defend me. But like, when this situation happened, like, my mom saw firsthand how traumatized I was. And she texted my dad, because my dad, it's not like he didn't take my side, but she does a lot for my dad. And my dad, like, she's the only one who helps my dad. So my dad didn't want to like cut her off, but like, I was upset. Like, I was going to cut him off. Like, I was not going to talk to him. And my mom texted him, and she was like, hey, I'm just wondering what's the deal with you and Veronica. Why would you sit around and allow someone to treat your kid that way? Any other father wouldn't like do something. That's so crazy to me. Vale is a lot of things. She does a lot of stuff. But for someone to treat her like that is beyond unacceptable, especially family.
Because there was no reason for Vale Steele to come out and tell all these things that Vale went through, that Vale suffered. There was no reason for that. So let me know, guys. Let me know what you think about the situation in the comments. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing. All here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough giving. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who were half-nots. You were not as tough though. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough giving.